Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri, and is the world's first single barrel only liquor store. This business is owned and operated by Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution list. That way you'll know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and what barrel picks they have in the works. We are also sponsored by The Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers a fully customizable carrying case that allows you to take your favorite distilled spirits or cocktail ingredients with you. Whether you're looking for yourself, a customized gift, or logo items for your business or event, The Bar to Go can help. Check them out at thebar2go.com. Use the number 2 when you type out The Bar to Go. Did you know Neely Family Distillery now ships its popular distilled spirits directly to you? To order, simply call 859-394-3258. Tell them the ABV Network sent you. And now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today we have a special show. We are at the ABV Barrel Shop Tasting Bar the day after our big Syndicate holiday party, which is our club here at the ABV Barrel Shop. Had a good time. Can't wait to tell you about it. My name is Steve Akeley. I'm joined by Jim Fosnot. Hey, Jim, how you doing, man?
Great, Steve, man. Couldn't be better this morning.
Man, we are on despite the fact it was a late night, we were kind of on a high here because it was an amazing evening, wasn't it?
It was a hell of a time. I think everybody had a great time. It was so much fun.
So we will share some of those details after the break. For right now, Jim said there's something you wanted to talk about. What is that?
Yeah, so having just had our holiday party last night, we did have a gift exchange. And this morning I was reading an article about another small company had a gift exchange. And they kind of the rob your neighbor one. And second to last lady to go had a nice prize. The last person took her prize. So she got the last thing available, which was scratch-off tickets. So it's because it's $25 maximum. So she got 2 scratch-off tickets, a $5 and a $20. She scratches off the $5 one and won $50. And everybody's very excited for her. And scratched off the next one, $175,000.
Oh!
So
bingo!
Yeah, so how would you feel about that? It's a $25 maximum, and he's got a $175,000 gift. That's pretty cool, right?
Yes, that is pretty cool, yes. So is there a situation, or is it just it is what it is, or I would hope... I mean, ultimately, this should be hers. There should be there's no dispute about this, is there?
No, there's no argument, whatever.
Yeah.
Hopefully she takes them all out to a nice dinner or something like that. But
yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah. Can't even imagine. Yeah, there's a $20 ticket at a Christmas party. You end up with $175,000.
Yes. I think and again, she didn't have a choice, I would guess. She was just given to her, but I think if you do have the choice, you go for the ticket, even though your chances of winning are so minimal. I think you gotta play the odds there, because again, when it comes to these gift exchanges like that, usually you're not getting something very good. So go for the chance to win something good.
Yes. Yeah. I just thought it was a cool story and little piece on her. Yeah, there was no animosity or anything that they're writing about.
I thought this was going to lead to
no.
There's a lawsuit going on. Or
but that is one of those things that happens, and it's always crappy when it happens.
Yeah. For her, it worked out. That's amazing. What's the most you ever won off a scratch-off ticket?
I've won like $250 before. Nothing big.
Yeah, I think $100 is the most I've ever won. I do have a cousin that won like $25,000 off a scratcher. I think 25 or 50, a good amount for sure. But that's the most I know of anybody.
I always put scratch offs in the Christmas stockings. And one year my stepson won a couple $100 on his, and the other kids were pissed off.
Right? Yeah.
But it was all good.
Yeah, that's again one of our yearly traditions. We do some scratch offs, and that's kind of like everything's done. So you do your presents. And then you do your stocking. I don't know. We always do stockings after the presents for some reason.
We do too.
Okay, so maybe that's normal. I
don't think it is, but my stockings are pretty epic. Like I don't care what shit about anything else.
Stocking stuffers are cool though.
That's the best thing out there, and
I agree.
I usually go to a pretty big extent to find just weird, unusual, crazy stuff to put in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then the last thing we do is scratch offs, and then it's scratch offs. So that's kind of our Christmas morning plan. So yeah, we like that. We've never hit anything big, like I said. We do multiple tickets, and 100's been the biggest individual win, but because we buy like $5 worth of tickets every week for the whole year, so like $250 worth of tickets, and then we divide them up and scratch them off. That's the plan. So yeah, kind of fun.
Well, I wish you luck this year.
Yes, I hope this is the big year that we take it home. So we have some rules in place. Like we wrote them down because we throw the tickets again. We buy weekly. We throw them in this box, and in this box, I don't even remember. There's rules. Like if you win, I don't know, $25,000, you get to keep it. And when I say you, it's me, my wife, and my daughter. But it'll be kind of your fun money. But if it's more than that, then it's split equally amongst the three. Like, so if someone wins the $100,000 or $500,000, all three of us would benefit. That's kind of our rule. So
probably a smart rule to have in place for family.
Yeah, right.
You can make new friends. If you lose a friend, that's
right.
Fine. It's hard to it's hard to get a new daughter when she's 25.
We've established how this works, and it's fair and equitable, and that's agreed upon. And again, we've all put it in this box. And signed it early on as got a little kid's signature on there, which is kind of cool. Probably wouldn't hold up in court.
I was going to say, she wasn't 18. I don't know if she could sign.
But it's all just for fun. Yes, it is. Because we've been doing it for many years, so there is a child's signature on there. So yeah, she'd probably take it to court and win, and yes.
So what you're saying is next year, Kat could be on vacation somewhere in Europe,
right,
with her $500,000.
And we got nothing.
You can't hold her to a signature when she was 8 years old.
Right, yeah. I mean, I would try. I mean, look, there's the document. You signed this, and yeah. So yeah, but it is what it is. So we are drinking something special here, aren't we? What do we got here today, Jim?
We are drinking. It is called Epilogue Toasted Rye. So this is from across the river there at Ardent Spirits.
Yep.
Old Herald Distillery. So Derek was nice enough to bring some things over for our Christmas party, some giveaways and some things to taste out and stuff, and he dropped this one off with a few bottles for us to give away, and we got to taste it, and man, it's good.
Yeah, good stuff. If you're coming here to visit the ABV Barrel Shop, particularly if you're coming from someplace like Kentucky and you end up getting on Highway 64 and taking that to 255, a good stop would be to jump off at Collinsville and stop at his place. It's a brewery and restaurant. The restaurant's great.
The restaurant is fantastic, and listen, everything there is fantastic.
Yeah.
They're making really good beer. The spirits are, we just picked a couple of barrels with them a month or so ago, waiting for that to come in. Some really good stuff going on over there. Yeah,
so his distilling company is called Ardent Spirits. More well-known is his brewery/restaurant, and that's under the Old Herald name, which is apparently the newspaper over there in Collinsville. That was where they were headquartered, the Old Herald building. So cool stuff, good concept, and he's a good guy, so definitely get over there and check it out. So on that note, Jim, you and I, cheers. Buddy. Oh, wow. That's desserty and spicy at the same time. So
for sure,
it's very good, very good.
He's got the great rye, spice on there, but it's definitely some.
Boy, it hangs with you too, man.
Vanilla and caramel notes in there.
Yeah, very good, very good. All right, what we'll do next? We'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to be recapping what happened at our epic Syndicate Holiday Party 2022. We'll do that in just a few. Let's talk about the people who make these shows happen. First up is the ABV Barrel Shop. It is the most unique shopping experience in the world of bourbon, as the ABV Barrel Shop only sells single barrels. Owners Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot select. With over 100 distilleries on board to sell us barrels, we are home to the most unique and diverse barrel pick selections in the bourbon world. By signing up for our email, you will always know what we have in stock. In addition to the single barrels, we'll have a gift shop featuring ABV Barrel Shop as well as ABV Network merchandise. We are partnering with vendors like Art Eatables and Old Man Bay Signs to bring you unique items you can't find anywhere else. We will also have a 24-seat classroom where we are offering educational and fun classes like Breakfast and Bourbon, a series where we pair donuts and bourbon, customer barrel picks, and opportunities to learn from master distillers and other bourbon dignitaries. Best of all, we feature a tasting bar where you can try before you buy. All of this is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. If you are in the St. Louis area, please stop by to say hi. If you're traveling in from outside the area, please take advantage of our hotel rates with the Drury Inn and Pear Tree Inn, less than a mile from our shop. This can be done via the links in our Visit St. Louis section on our website. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to plan your trip. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. Hi, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network. We're sponsored by the Stave and Thief Society. This is where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge a bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification program available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Okay, let's talk about the Neely Family Distillery. In 2018, I met Royce Neely at an industry event. He started appearing on our shows, and we became friends during my frequent trips to Kentucky. Today, he is amongst the leaders of young distillers leaving their mark on the bourbon industry. A visit to Neely Family Distillery yields insight on their unique family history, why their products are special, and gives you the opportunity to taste their whiskey, moonshine, and creams. Check them out at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com or visit them in Sparta, Kentucky. All right, great job today, gang. For audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. We'll be mailing again, once again. Take care, everybody. See ya.
Happy Festivus.
Later.
Bye, guys.
Happy Festivus.
Cheers. Yeah, happy Festivus.
All right, everybody, welcome back. My name is Steve Akeley. I'm joined by Jim Fosnot. We're here at the ABV Barrel Shop at the Tasting Bar, and we are talking about the party last night. What do you want us to kick off this thing with, Jim?
I guess the biggest surprise of the night, the thing I think that made everybody the happiest about this whole party, is our buddy Rick Brenner, who's been battling ALS for a year and a half or so now, and who this bar is named after, the Legends Corner.
Yep.
He made it in here before we ever opened 5 months ago, 6 months ago. He came in the door and got to see it, but he hasn't been able to get in here since. He's, for the most part, bedridden at home. It is it's a long process to get him out of the home, and he wanted to be here for the party, and he wanted to surprise everybody. And so it was pretty damn epic when we opened up the door and the legend comes rolling in.
It was.
Took his spot at the bar.
It was. A little misty-eyed, to be honest. I mean, it's hard when someone's your friend and you see what they're going through, and you know what he has to go through just to be here. He was dressed. He, of course, had a Tommy Bahama shirt on. Slacks, shoes. This is not an easy. The whole thing's hard. Moving him around is hard. Getting you here is hard. And the fact he came in here and it was his first time since we've completed the place. First time he'd be able to have a drink here. That's a Christmas miracle, is what that is.
Yeah, it's I've helped get him out of the house for some other things, and it's literally about a 45-minute process to get him out of the house, to get his medical equipment hooked up to his chair, to get him into the chair, hoisted out of the bed. And so it took a lot of effort, and it's not easy on him. I didn't realize how painful that disease can be.
Yeah.
And so for him to want to be here enough to go through that for us meant so much to me.
Yeah, me too. And it made for an epic night. And you know what was epic?
He got lit.
He got lit here at our bar. It's the most amazing thing. This is a story that is just unbelievable. The fact that the legend, all he had to go through to get here, all he's battling in his personal life and dealing with, family and mortality issues and all the stuff that he's facing, to come in here, have a fun night with the big group, and literally get lit, which was amazing.
Yeah. So we have a shelf here that's called ALS. It's Rick's #1 bottle. So any bottle that comes in numbered is Rick's bottle. And we put it on that shelf, and we add a $20 surcharge to that goes straight to the ALS. And Rick wanted to taste every whiskey that was on there. So he'd already tasted probably 3 or 4 before he thought about that idea.
Right.
And there was 4 or 5 bottles on there. So and because Rick is drinking out of a rocks glass, it's a little harder. He can't really do it.
He has to,
drink
yeah.
out of a rocks glass with the ALS. I had to do a little bigger pours for him to be able to get to it. So every pour I'd say was probably 1.5 ounce pour.
Right, because we're a half-ounce tasting bar type of pour. Yeah.
And so just so he could get to it, it's 1.5 ounces. So Rick was feeling no pain by the end of the day, and man, that was it's kind of funny, but it's also kind of cool to see. Like, he hasn't been able to drink much in the last year. He takes a sip here and there just to taste things, but for him to just have a full-on party night,
yes,
was
It was truly. It
made by
wasn't an
Christmas.
appearance. It wasn't an appearance, and hey, I made it here. He hung out with us like our friends should be able to do. He came here and drank like everyone else, had fun, enjoyed the time here. He got to won some prizes and stuff like that, which Jen was able to go over and get for him and all. It was just a fun night. And
Yeah,
he was here.
over 2 hours.
Yeah.
And that's a lot for him to be upright. That's
Yep.
not typically a position that he can sit in long from a pain standpoint. So yeah, that was the highlight by far for me of the evening. I think everybody would agree with that. But we had many other highlights along the way.
Yes, we did. So it was kind of cool. We had Joe from Cedar Ridge here, our local representative. What an amazing guy he is. He came in and just jumped in like he's an employee helping us out.
Yeah, I just want to shout out to Cedar Ridge that if you don't know what you have in Joe, man, you should. This is the exact person you want working for your company. It doesn't get any better than that.
All right, we had to take a quick break there because a phone call was coming in. As you heard, I think that's been one of kind of the good things is, think about when we started here. The phone calls we would get were all just junk. It's almost like, do we even need a phone?
Yeah.
And now it's real customers calling in and need to talk to us about customer issues and things. So it's cool.
And all good stuff, by the way. It was,
Yeah.
Class had a conflict with the class because they switched to another one, taking care of them. So pretty cool. It wasn't a call about Bland's.
No, we're getting real phone calls. So I don't know. I feel good about the business where it's at with those kind of conversations. So it's cool. So that sidebar aside, Joe, amazing guy. Cedar Ridge is cool. They were pouring stuff. He helped us with the party, some of the logistics of coordinating. So he definitely added to the fun of the evening for sure.
Well, they also brought a lot of giveaways, some great giveaways.
Yeah.
So we had some like raffle drawings for our door prizes, and they gave us some fantastic logoed coolers and some other merchandise, some really good stuff they brought in.
Yeah, shout out to all of our distillery friends. I hate to start naming them besides Cedar Ridge because I don't want to miss someone. But a lot of our distillery friends that have sold us barrels have stepped up and provided. Everyone who came to the party last night got 2 gifts, 2 attendance prizes.
Correct.
Yeah.
I will make one special call out to 10th Mountain because now the shop dog Barley is wearing a 10th Mountain dog collar and it looks fantastic on him. So.
He is, yeah. He definitely looks better than the one you had him in before, which was a Christmas.
Which was not my pick.
It was a Christmas one, and he was.
That's a quality collar for swag, man. It's leather and made very well. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, just the other thing, Jim, of course, it was just the fun of the people being here. I mean, these are all our friends. I mean, that's the cool thing about bourbon friends. At some point becomes interchangeable with best friends. I mean, these are all people that we just like and like to hang out with. So now this gives us a reason to get together.
Well, the cool thing, so this is our syndicate members. So these are literally our best customers. These are the people who are the most involved in the store, in the picks. To be honest, spend the most money in the building. But we know them, but they didn't necessarily know each other.
Right.
So it was cool to get them to meet each other and interact and get to know each other. Some of them done some picks together and things like that so far. But by far, this is the biggest gathering we've had of members. And so just to get them to talking and interacting and exchanging ideas and numbers for what they're going to do and things like that, it's cool to see. Yeah,
I famously hate the corporate world, and I hate anything that feels like it's corporate. But we did a corporate thing last night. But you know what? It felt right, and it was a smart thing. We had everyone wear name tags, and again, I've attended many corporate parties. You got to wear a name tag. You got, and I actually hated it when I was in the corporate world. But you had to put on the stupid name tag. Hi, my name is. But we had name tags for the party, and it helped out because again, we know them, they know us, but they don't all know each other, and it made it feel like everybody was friends. They were able to call each other by their first name. That was big. We'll do that again.
Yeah. I hate name tags too.
Right.
So I just had a party at my father's house, a graduation party. A lot of people I didn't know. And he wanted everyone to wear a name tag. And I refused. I'm like, I'm at a party. I'm not wearing a name tag.
Right.
Sorry, Dad. But then we made people do it here. And I do think it worked out very well. Another cool thing is so many people here have been on an episode or so of your podcast. And so people are like, oh, you're KK.
Right,
oh,
right.
You're Heidi. Oh, you're whoever. And they're recognizing the name. You're the one on the show. And so that started a conversation as well. So.
Yeah, that definitely was a fun aspect of it. So, and then... what else do we want to talk about?
Oh, there's one so many huge elephant in the room here. Bad Santa.
Yes. And again, this is just a crazy thing to me. This would not be anything I would volunteer myself for. But Joe DeNapp, Syndicate member, friend, somebody you knew before we had this, you knew in your previous life, working, in a liquor store. He's a customer there. He's a customer at our place now. But he comes up with the idea. He's got a Santa suit. Do we want him to sign up as Santa? And we did. And he comes out, and he was totally bad Santa, wasn't he?
100%. So Joe was feeling no pain by that time.
Right. Exactly.
And he's got his wig on backwards. The hat won't stay on his head. The
wig's on backwards.
The mustache is on his chin.
Yeah.
It was and then he dropped the candy canes and broke half of them.
There's candy canes.
And so he told us because everybody's naughty, they're getting broken candy canes, and it was pretty damn funny.
We got a goddamn lit Santa handing out shit.
Yeah.
And Barley was here. He hated the holiday party. This was his worst night of the year, he felt. Yeah.
Yeah, my dog doesn't like a lot of change.
Yeah.
I feel like he's on some form of the spectrum, but he's a great dog. People love him, but he's not happy with change.
So the store was all different. It was rearranged.
Yeah.
He didn't like that.
He wasn't a fan of Rick's chair.
He didn't like the chair.
Didn't like that. Man, he did not like Santa.
He does not like Santa. He's not a Santa fan. No.
We had another Santa incident a week ago where
Right.
Santa was walking across the parking lot and Barley starts barking at Santa. And Barley never barks.
Yeah.
So not a fan of Santa. So
Boy,
he's more of a Festivus dog.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So, but just a good time. It just couldn't have gone any better. I don't know what to say other than that party just couldn't have been any better than it was.
Yeah, I don't think anybody who was here would have a negative thing to say about it. And like you said, if we put the sign up for next year up tomorrow, everybody that's here would sign up for that.
Oh yeah, they'd grab their tickets today.
Yeah,
just to make sure that they're locking it in. And some people it's offensive when you're like, you're seriously putting out a ticket a year in advance. Well, yeah, because
we got to know. I honestly believe next year we'll have to do probably an off-site venue because I don't think we have enough space in here, unless another dream of ours comes true and we get extra space.
Yes.
Which maybe could happen.
Yeah, it could happen. I've got some news on that. So yeah. It's a funny conversation last night. So yeah, good stuff. But yeah, so we'll of course wrap this up before we get to our individual plugs. I want to put in a plug for the Barrel Shop Syndicate. This is the kind of stuff that we do. If you're like, man, I'd like to have been a part of that, you need to get involved in the syndicate. It's what it's all about. Jim and I, to give you a list of exactly what's included, I think would be almost a disservice because we're continuing to add to it all the time. You might be like, well, that doesn't sound like enough. Well, it's not. We're going to keep adding on. We want to make it so good that nobody would not want to get in it, and anybody who's in it would never leave. That's what we want to make the syndicate. So please get involved. Call us. We'll tell you kind of the things that we got going on. You get involved with barrel picks, behind the scenes, the holiday party, so much more. $250 for year number one, $100 a year after that, and that's the syndicate. So please get involved.
They got that money back last night in the party alone.
They did.
And people have gone on some of the picks that got that back. I just want to do one other quick shout out. We did do a gift exchange last night.
Yes.
And I didn't open mine until I got home because it was just too crazy in here. And I'm happy to say I got a Danny Canard 9-ounce shot glass. So,
well, that's perfect.
I know, it was awesome. So I thank you, Misty, for putting that together. So it had some other stuff in there for making cocktails and stuff like that. But the 9-ounce shot glass is definitely going on my bar.
Absolutely. 100%, man. That's very cool. All right, well, we'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Jim, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Facebook at Jim Fosnot, on Instagram at FosJim, or every Wednesday through Saturday hanging out in the ABV Barrel Shop here in Arnold, Missouri.
For me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out because everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more, abvnetwork.com. Please sign up for our email distribution. That's a good way to know what's going on at the Barrel Shop. So abvbarrelshop.com. Fill out the form. We will send you emails and text, and you'll know exactly what is happening here. If you like what we're doing, please get involved. You can do that by, of course, going to patreon.com/the ABV Network. And hey, if you like what we're doing, please get others involved by leaving us a 5-star review with comments. It helps new people find the show. That's pretty darn important to us. So I would thank you in advance for doing so. On that note, we'll let you go for today. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Ho, ho, ho.
Peace on earth. Before we finish the show, let's talk about some great companies that support the ABV network. First up is Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro has a full line of products to help the home distiller. Whether you want to experiment on the stove in your kitchen or you're looking for a bigger setup in your backyard, owner Russell Creed and his team can help. They have multiple still offerings, accessories, and even grain from their partners at Goldstone Mill to assist you in making whiskey on par with your favorite distillery. They can also help you with some fabricated parts you probably can't make yourself if you are attempting a DIY still project. Learn more or order your still or parts at moonshinestillpro.com. Another friend of ours is the Goldstein family at Goldstone Mill. The Goldsteins offer a variety of heritage and heirloom grains to make the finest whiskeys in the world. Plus, they are more than just a grain company. They are truly consultants to make sure the grains they are providing to you or your business meet your highest expectations. Additionally, they work with mills around the country, ensuring shipping is as low as possible for their customers. If you're a distillery, brewery, or even doing this at home, Goldstone can assist you. Check them out at goldstonemill.com, call them at 217-254-6613, or check in via email at hello@goldstonemill.com. Last but not least is the ABV Barrel Shop. While we don't get to play in the allocated bourbon game because we aren't selling the other products you have to do to get those, we do have access via our friendships in the bourbon industry to some really cool stuff. Have you ever seen your favorite craft distiller selling some really cool limited offerings only in their gift shop? I'm talking things like the hazmat offering Distillery 291 did for their 10th anniversary, or Neely Family Distillery's Papaw's birthday barrel. They don't have enough of it to send it out to distributors, so they only sell it via their gift shop. Well, companies like Distillery 291 and Neely Family Distillery have agreed to sell us 2 or 3 cases of these offerings moving forward, meaning our store will have the access to some of the rarest whiskeys in the world. Way more difficult to come by than the allocated bourbon offerings with a national release. Yes, they will be extremely tough to come by, but if you're a customer of our store, you'll have a chance to get them. Get signed up for our email or text list over at abvbarrelshop.com so you don't miss out.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.